Okay, I think we can start. So I hope you had a very good snacks. Mm. Whether you had a very nice coffee,
Yes,
good. So nice. So now you are giving a very good positive response. Mm. So this hour we are going to discuss about the how we can forecast our demand. The previous slides we have discussed about the big concept of band rate, how you can forecast about your market, just the opposite view of the band rate. If your market is strong, you need not worry about band rate. That was the olden concept followed. Because of that one they failed. We told the example of number of things. So how you can estimate about the market? You are saying that you have created a new app. You are saying that your microbiology lab is doing well, more number of COVID patients. So this is the time to start a new business. You are estimating. Another group estimates that this is the time of election. So our journalism students are having very good work. So likewise, how you are estimating that one, whether your estimate stands good, that is the thing we are going to discuss. So this our discussion is purely based upon the forecasting. How people are forecasting the customers' expectation. Remember that, not the income, customer expectation, so that we can satisfy the customer, creating a customer experience strategy. Then you have to stand alone. That's what we discussed in Ola. How far they estimated about their customer, because they have given the very good service for the customer once. It helped them during the band rate period, in COVID period. Same thing, how you have to create a very good customer experience. Based upon that only you are able to estimate the demand. Once if you travel, when the introduction of Ola, there was not even a small TV, nothing will be there. Even for AC, drivers will ask additional amount. Then immediately 1 month later, Ola introduced the app. You are able to see where you are going. Uh, the entire GPS enabled system will be shared. Even you can share with somebody else when you are traveling the Ola. They introduced for the security reason. Then they created some of the apps. You can use the Wi-Fi inside the car. If your Wi-Fi is not available in your phone, you can use the Wi-Fi inside the car. They provided and created a customer experience. A small TV will be available. You can enjoy the ride. See that one. Then the snacks, everything, Uber Eats. They introduce such a customer experience, that one. So based upon that, they maintain their demand in the same level. They forecasted nicely the demand. What will be the demand according to them only? They plan their future everywhere. Even before commencing your business, you are able to forecast whether this will move into the market. That's what now discussion is. Basically, this is a conceptual area. More importance will be given in two parts that we are going to discuss, which is simple case example of thyrocare. I think microbiology students and biotechnology students know about the thyrocare. You can have some idea with that one. You can also interact during that case example of thyrocare. We'll see the example of thyrocare also. Okay. So when you want to start your business, you are able to judge about some of the things, not all, but you are able to find out which one we must know. You can see that one, the spending group. Who will spend more? In the previous example of Midun Chakravarti, example, he created a luxurious hotel. He targeted only cine stars. You must know. Previously, in those days, these people used to go only to Lonavala. I think some of you know about the Lonavala. The number of resorts were there. Even most of the Hindi films used to be screened and as well as shooted there. It was very famous, Lonavala. But when Midun Chakravarti created a first hotel in Ooty, in Tamil Nadu, you can go via the Mysore. The entire Hindi movie stream turned towards that place. You can see the spending group he identified. These people are ready to spend. How many days Indian people are seeing Lonavala as a hill center? Only southern part they are seeing the Ooty as well as the Mysore show, KRS Garden. In those days, the film, whatever the film you might have seen with big heroes, you can see the Mysore KRS Gardens. But this Midun Chakravarti, with his entrepreneurial mindset, identified the Ooty. See that one, the spending group, who is going to spend? Only the film fellows, these cine stars, they used to spend more. So he targeted that people only. That is why he created a luxurious hotel. He never used to share with politicians in those days. Now politicians are using you, but his target was like that. That is the spending group. You must know before forecasting, then the market size, whether luxurious people are more or less, whether they are ready to move out, that you have to decide the market size. What will be the size, market size of the product? Some of the FMCG product, FMCG means fast moving consumer goods. The market size is high. That is toothbrush, soaps, all these things, essential item. Essential item means market size will be big. Everybody will use the product. That is the market size. In case of Indian population, 100% will use the product if it is coming under the FMCG category. That means if it is coming under the regular usage, utility services, toothbrush, everybody should use. Soap, everybody should use. Even the dress items, whatever may be they are targeted towards the Indian customer. Everybody will buy during the festival season. They used to buy. So the market size is high. That is the market size. But if you are introducing some unique product, you have to think about the market size there. What will be the market for this product? You have to think clearly. In case of Deccan Airlines, you know how he fixed the market size. The low class people, not the spending group. Even a low class people can fly in the air. He defined this market size as only low class means low income group. Low income group. From the low income group, once a person will travel, number of person will travel, we can run the flight with 100% capacity so that we can earn profit. That is called the market size. What will be the market size? In case of app, we have discussed in case of Chinese app, if it is banned, most of the Chinese app has been banned. Now there is an opportunity for you to people to decide about the new app. How? Then what is the size of the your market? Say for example, our Nitish decided a very nice app. How he will know who will be the customer? Maybe somewhat equivalent to or something different with related to TikTok. TikTok has been banned, but I think some of the students still use something equivalent to that one and sending the messages. I don't know how it is possible. Likewise, the new app to satisfy the needs of the customers. TikTok, it created a negative one. But when it was introduced, the TikTok, I came to know about one of the research done in IIM Bangalore. It says that it creates a mental satisfaction. I was surprised to read that news. I think psychology students may agree that one. I am suddenly I seen that news reading. The TikTok created a mental satisfaction to some of the people. If they used to sing a song with somebody else and nicely, they are satisfied person. They are fully relieved out of their traditional burdens. It created a one plus point. Surprise thing when I was reading that news. But of course, the negative impression then later on created. Even some of the games, when it was introduced, it was very nice. The market size, they estimated that who are all using the netizens, who are all using the mobile app, they used to target. One app, I forget the name of the game, you had to, it will show you have to go and catch. Anybody know that game? Even some of the person uh, jumped out of their home, even from first floor and second floor. Yes?
Pokemon.
Ah, Pokemon. Yes, yes.
The Pokemon.
Pokemon, yes. I gave once to my son when he was studying ninth standard. Then after coming to college, everybody told that why you were given that app because of most of the students died. I assumed that okay he will play that one. Then I realized suddenly they will jump from here and challenging app also. I came to know that one of 2 years back, one of the students created an app. They used to post a pic, running car, how to enter into a running car, open the door. So I don't know how these people created that app and they used to showcase to everyone. But of course, we need not worry about that one. Ethical gaming app market size is huge now because in case of India, almost 85% of the kids are addicted to the mobile phones. And even there are some good apps are coming, but these kids are not ready to accept. Why I'm telling these are the market size. Kids are the target. You must know this thing before estimating that one. Then the competition influence. Who will be your competitor? Whether he is a big person or small person, you must know. When Uber enters, they never worried about Ola because they know the minus points of the Ola, and suddenly they entered. In those months, the Ola income reduced to 50%. But after that, it gained. The competition influence, something. Somebody might have copied your thing and they may introduce. But even though there are legal protection available, we can't stop all those things. The reason, because in case of Indian thing, the cyber laws are not good secured like other country laws. Now they are introducing, even recently in case of one act has been introduced by the President of India to control the OTP platforms. But here you must know the competition. Who are all your competitor? Then the customer mix. Customer mix means the family size. Yeah, whether the family consists of only husband and wife, they won't buy anything. Then the kids composition. Whether they are having grandkid, then the consumption behavior will be high. That is the thing. A very interesting study. I came now that one of the research conducted by Hindustan Unilever, they estimated that this product will go well if in a house a father, mother, and doctor, not son. They used to target a people like this. Why I am when I reading it was recently released in Harvard Business Review also. Why Hindustan Unilever is targeting a particular people to only these people in a house, a father, mother, and doctor. Only three persons are living. They assume that this product will move, but they won't target father, mother, and son. Such type of thing you can see. I, they mentioned that based upon some of the research work as well as based upon the Google Analytics, they identified that one is moving. Now the customer mix is very important thing. Whom you will target, that is important. Even in case of restaurants, uh, I have seen in Mumbai that harbor area, they used to sell the tea coffee only for 5 rupees. It was very famous. I think even now I don't know what happened recently, but even here the coffee tea are priced 10 rupees or 20 rupees. But in Mumbai it is still 5 rupees in harbor front area nearby that Kolaba. Surprised to know because they targeted a customer mix like that. Those who are working in the harbor, those who are regularly coming to the harbor, and since their presence is high, they targeted that group with less price. Their customer mix is like that. They will target only these people. Then the market segment. Market segment is very, very tough to measure. You have to use your common sense. Very good example is Padanchali. Do you know about the Padanchali, how it captured the market? It is having a very good market segment. Do you know Padanchali? Anybody knows about Padanjali? What is the market segment of the Padanjali?
The pure and
Yes,
organic products, sir.
according to them, it does not contain any chemicals. Not this Baba, some Baba Ramdev created that one, a product. It suddenly overtake Unilever, Dabur. See that one, how the market segment they create. Their segment is having, now they used to call it as brands of faith. Baba Ramdev used to target the people who are having brands of faith. When I written one article on brands of faith, see that one, Isha Yoga. I think some of you know. They used to sell their product. Even in Bangalore, you can see some of the malls, the exactly in the first to second floor, nearby the steps lift, you can see the small store of Isha products. They these products are coming under the concept called brands of faith. Those who are having the faith with that Isha Yoga founder, they are ready to buy. And in case of Bangalore, I have seen one shop in the name of Ramdev products. I think in case of Kotanur only. See that one. Whether the product is good or bad, they created a nice market segment. They used to target only those people, those who are having the Baba Ramdev products. That is why one of the conference they told that the Baba Ramdev, these gurus of India, changed the economy into guru economics, gurunomics. They changed the Indian lifestyle. That is the segments. If you want to target, how you can target? Electronic city means if you are targeting a segment. Of course, the Swiggy, Zomato, they first targeted the electronic city in Bangalore. Why? In those areas, the number of bachelors are living. Of course, maybe correct answer. More bachelors are there, and IT companies are flourishing. And most of them coming the mixed population from Andhra, Tamil Nadu, even North Karnataka, even from Maharashtra. People are coming Kerala to electronic city. And the Swiggy Zomato targeted the electronic city only, even DMart. But now DMart is everywhere. They created a nice segment. Now the Swiggy report they are clearly telling, since the IT companies are not open, they are facing the problem of market segments. That is how they created a segment. You have to create. Why you are studying? If you want to do a business, you have to create by providing some services, customer engagement. That is why you are studying to estimate. Then the competitors. We have discussed in competition influence only. Then only you are able to estimate the market share. These are all the things you must know before starting the business, how it will come. Okay, here is one startup journey for market analyst. When the market analyst will affect you, first your startup, then your bootstrapping. Here is an example of one person, that Anita Campbell is launched a small business trends uh, show showroom. 2003 the startup commenced. 2007 they got the funding with bootstrapping. And you can see engaged community of entrepreneurs, a group they created, then they acquired the business, then they in 2015 expanded, 2016 reinforcing, they used to change the old plan. In 2017 they were committed to women, and once again now they are moving towards the innovation. The reason why once again they have to go for innovation, that is the question mark. They wish to maintain their brand in the public. Even Horlicks, you might have seen. We have discussed the example of Horlicks. Once upon a time, the Horlicks was said to be only a bottle. Then they changed the packet. Now you can see in a different color, different method. The reason, they know about the customer. Based upon that, they used to find out what will be the future market. How these people are estimating. First, usual thing is market reports. For all the products now, market reports are available. Some cases you have to pay. If you want to do a lab, microbiology lab, you can get the market report. You will know clearly about what is the size of the microbiology lab, market size, how many patients will come, whether it will increase. Of course, in case of microbiology and biotechnology people, if more number of diseases are coming like COVID, you will get benefit. But what about the other side? You have to see both things. Market reports, even for the software as a technology, SAS, all these things now we are having the market report. These IBM, E&Y, Deloitte, Oracle, these people, they are now creating the market report. Through that market report, if you analyze, you will find for which product there's a huge demand. This is the trend just 1 year back. You will see the new trend in the end of this class. Well, as per your textbook, it is mentioned as the new trend market report, but it has changed recently. So they estimated what will be the trend. The published documents are available. Usually, even you can see the project reports done by the educational institutions. They are showcasing what will be the market. That is why, in case of PhD reports, MPhil reports, they used to find out what are all the techniques. Same thing I have taken from our LMS. I have put same thing in the LMS. So from the conceptual side, you must know some methods. But at the end, we will see what is the real method of forecasting. As per the concept side, first method is called judgment method, executive opinion. In this method, what they will do, they will call the heads of the department in a particular organization, and with the help of the few people they used to estimate. This is the very olden methods. Even some of the companies they used to have, even in case of Make in India scheme, Government is doing this work also. If you are going to do a software business, or if you are creating a nice app, they will call a cluster of people, 5 persons put together, 6% put together. You can decide about what will be the future for this product. And recently, I think in case of our college also, IASC allotted some mentors for some of the projects. That is the judgment method, to find out what will be the future. Join hands with others. That is the traditional method, judgment method. Of course, they used to do some regression analysis. I think regression means estimating the trend using statistical method. Some methods they used to estimate and keep it, but practically, in my view, it has not helped for most of the organization. Very good example is even Deccan Airlines. Even recently, in case of most of the cases, this method is said to be the failure. Even government estimated about the COVID, when, when they called different scientists, different healthcare people, they estimated that the COVID will be zero. We'll get the vaccine quickly and solve that issue. But you can see in Delhi, third wave started because no other method. How to predict the COVID when it will comes to an end? Nobody is able to see. Till then, some of the business are benefited. Till then, some of the business are moving out. They use the traditional method because nobody is able to say. Because healthcare worker is saying one thing, these technical people in medical science they are telling one reason, and politicians they are turning according to that one. It is very tough to balance between all these people to forecast about when COVID comes to an end. Same thing. That is the drawback in case of traditional method. Of course, for theory, you have to know. Next method is under the same thing, we used to call it as Delphi technique. It is an interactive forecasting method. Interactive forecasting method means based upon the events. Very good example is meteorological department, weather department forecasting. Not now, olden days. Olden days, weather forecasting, how they will tell, they will see the cloud. Oh, what is the color of the cloud? Black color. And they will see the wind direction and they will tell, oh, today there will be raining or there won't be any raining. We will ask to the well experienced people. They only knows because of their experience when rain will come. But now weather forecasting moves on a different direction. They are able to tell clearly with help of statistical analysis where it will come, where cyclone will come, how it will go, which direction it will go. Even they are telling the speed of the cyclone. But in those days, they used to have Delphi technique. I still remember in case of Bangalore radio station, they used to tell about the prediction based upon some of the opinion from the IASC and some of the research institute. They used to call and when will rain will come. They will see based upon some of the olden facts and they used to conclude. That is the method which panel of experts, different panel join together. Okay. Then the survey buyers, survey of buyers. This very interesting thing. It was developed later on. Survey of buyers. Who is coming to your business? Who you are going to target? In DMart, they used to have a new system of buying. Whenever they are introducing the discounts, it attracts huge customers. So DMart is following this method. They used to know what are all the products needed by their customers. Based upon that, they are targeting. They used to call it as empowering the buyers. A new method. Old method, they will give more remuneration to the sales representative. Sales representative only will sell. They will give more. Who sold more product, they will be given increment, and they will tell what about the future. But now it is not like that. It is the buyer empowered system of forecasting. And DMart used to sell, okay, this Sunday we will attract more than 25,000 customers. See that one, how they are able to tell based upon the customer focused. They use in POS. POS means point of sales. When you are buying in DMart, they are giving the receipt. That receipt actually plays number of roles. It is called the POS. From POS, you will get the invoice. When it goes to the accounting section, these people will know who purchased the product, what is the age group of that one, where they are living, within how many days they purchase. Say for example, I used to go to DMart on Sunday by 11:30. Every month, second Sunday, we used to go to DMart. The DMart clearly records that one. I don't know, computer science students may know. With the help of some networking, exactly they know, okay, every month, second week, this person is coming. So next month, second week, these people will come. Based upon the invoice purchasing, they used to estimate clearly, and they are disclosing now that one. So that is this method. But here the problem is, as a new entrepreneur, it is very tough because you have not identified your customer. So how you will do? That is the risk. You have to go for the substitution effect. That is the problem in this method. But retailing unit, they are following this method, which is said to be successful. In case of DMart, it is successful. Then end usage method, user expectation method. This is a very interesting thing. What users will expect during the period, on that day, the demand will be more. Not this year, previous year, gold is very good example. In case of gold market, I think some of you know about the jewelry street in Bangalore, in Commercial Street. How these jewelry people will estimate, very interesting thing. In case of India, we are following the rich tradition, and based upon some of the days, we will have this muhurtam. That is the auspicious day. Which day we can have the marriage? We know about that one calendar, traditional calendar, Panjangam. We used to call it as. And based upon that, we are deciding the dates, especially in case of all the Indian marriages. Particular dates are very important. These auspicious day they used to find out from the calendars, and they used to fix the metrics for that one under this method. End user, do if the marriage day is approaching within a week time, there will be a huge demand for the gold. Another thing I came to know that one day, I think some of you know, one particular day there is in some of the religious occasion, they have to buy at least 1 gram of gold and give it to their sister. What is the day? Anybody? Akshaya Day, something. Anybody knows? On a particular day, they will buy gold.
PVt, sir.
Ah, yes, good. In those days, the demand for gold will be high because in the day I went to that GRT in Kamanali, and I used why so much decoration, and also in Tanishq in Kamanali I seen a very nice decoration. Then I asked that person what has come. They are telling you don't know within 3 days that Akshay Tritiya some day is coming in which everybody will buy at least 1 gram gold and give it to their sister. So this is a very famous day. I don't know. He is telling not only in Bangalore, but also in Tamil Nadu, Andhra also. But they are not telling about Kerala. In Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra, these days are very common, in which these people created a very nice metrics, the awareness. In those days, there will be huge demand of gold. So they will plan according to that one, forecasting based upon the days. They will find out all these things. External, what will be the market share during a particular day. See that in case of US, Thanksgiving Day. Some of you know about the Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day is very popular. It used to come on November, this month only. Usually, before going for holidays, the most of the gift items they will buy on Thanksgiving Day. Of course, in case of India, it is not popular so much, but in case of US, you can see the Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day is very famous. Even it may they declare as a holiday before going for Christmas vacation. They used to buy gift articles and give it to others. And huge offers, they used to predict huge demand on the Thanksgiving Day. In case of India, likewise, our festival days, Deepavali days, and Dasara days, Onam days, Tamil Nadu, it is, I think, Pongal days. These days, they used to create a marketing matrix. In case of Onam in Kerala, you might have seen they clearly predict what will be the demand for these vegetables. And most of the vegetables used to come from Tamil Nadu as well as from Karnataka, chilies from Andhra. Even the people residing in Andhra, business people, Karnataka, Mandya people, and Tamil Nadu, I think one place the near that one, Teni, Madurai, these people will target Onam Day. Because during the Onam Sadhya, I think the grand lunch is very, very famous. But the ingredients are coming from other state only particular day. See that one. On the day they used forecast. That is the metrics they used to create. Even government will announce some of the bonus schemes there. It is very famous there in case of Kerala. Onam celebration. Even government used to give bonus in during the period of Onam. The bus transport workers, even government employees, they will get bonus during Onam, not during any other days. See that one, how they created the end use. End use is on the particular day only. That is the method. Next method is composite of Salesforce opinion method. Usually, there are some facts that how you can identify your customer based upon the Salesforce. Salesforce means, say for example, you introduce a new app, a new product, whether the people will accept or reject, you will find very difficult. So what you will do, you will find a substitute product and see whether in a particular area, whether our customers are innovators or early adopters or early majority, late majority, or laggards. Used to find out what type of customers are there. That is important. That's what I might have told the story of South Africa when Bata entered into South Africa. First team entered into South Africa and they returned back and they mentioned that in South Africa nobody is wearing shoes, nobody is wearing chappals, so there won't be good market for chappals in South Africa. They returned back. Then once again the another team went and they saw the customers of South Africa. Nobody is wearing chappals like that. So if you market, South Africans will accept our product. They send the report. How? Knowing the customers. Innovators means if the customers are ready to accept, they are called as innovators. Electronic City is converted as the innovators. They are telling. In case of Bangalore, most of the innovators are from electronic city because they are telling since it is dominated by IT people, they are ready to innovate and introduce new product. If you are introducing a product, first go there, introduce in electronic city. You will get the, but not now. Now electronic city business is not moving because of this COVID period. Then the early adapters. Early adapters means if something new is new product is coming, they will accept. We have discussed in case of wooden toothbrush. We have seen one example how wooden toothbrush has been introduced. What was the reason? It was failure because early adopter for wooden toothbrush was less. Then early majority in the sense if most of the people are buying, they will buy. Usually by giving more discount. When you are introducing a new product and your discount is more, everybody is going and buying means these people will also buy. That is the majority strength in India. That means introduction stage you should attract more people. You have to convert into early majority. How you can convert? First 10 people will come, they will be satisfied customers, then they will inform to others, word of mouth advertisement, it will spread everywhere, then it creates a good customer, then only the early majority will come. Usually in case of restaurant business, their estimation is purely based upon early majority. Late majority means these customers will say okay, okay, do, but they won't buy. They won't accept new products immediately. After 2 years or after 3 years only, they'll accept. Then the laggards. Laggards means mm, whatever you are telling, they won't accept. They will use the traditional product. They won't change. I have seen number of persons like that. They won't change. Even though we used to say that you are using a product which is not good for health. No, they are not ready to change. They will say you have to go there, buy that product, use that product only. The number of families like that. In case of India, it is mentioned as around 16%. You can't market any product to them. Be clear. You can't estimate the demand in case of laggards because they won't buy. They are not ready to change. If you are introducing a new product, you have to find out. That's why one of the interesting study by NASCOM, computer science students may go through that NASCOM report on those who are buying the software, which companies are considered as the innovators, which companies are coming under early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. They classified like that, including for Infosys, Wipro, they classified. They are telling if you are telling a new product, these companies will accept immediately because they are all innovators. Another group of company, if one company purchases, another will buy. That is the early adopter. Then early majority, if a group of companies buy, everybody will buy. They are having this such statistics in NASCOM report also. Go through that one. It is very interesting. You can easily estimate that one. Then another one, expert opinion. But once again, it is said to be failure like Delphi technique now. Under this method, they wish to find out good sales pitch. That is, they will call salesperson. You can say then sales pitch. They will call the salesperson. Usually, the Japanese style is like that. Japanese style, it starts from the salesperson. Salesperson has been ranked high. Whatever the salesperson is saying, the manager will accept. But in case of India, it is not like that. Whatever the manager is saying, the salesperson should do that one. He can't tell anything in case of India. That is, but Japanese style is different. The salesperson has been ranked high. Whatever he is telling, even the manager has to send the goods according to him. So these type of thing will work out in such type of countries. Sales pitch, elevated sales pitch, sales pitch for follow-ups. That's what. If you are going to buy a product, if the product is not there, they won't say no. They have to tell, we'll buy and give. That is the thing. That is sales pitch for follow-ups. If the product is not there, means indirectly it is creating a demand. Even I have seen the example of this boost. I think not boost. Another one product is like equivalent to boost. Recently it came for elderly people. They stopped sending to the retailing units. What happened? Most of them are asking, the product is not there. They created a demand artificially. After 1 month, suddenly they put the advertisement that once again we are in market. It is only a stunt, a political thing. The reason is they wish to know what about the sales pitch. They identified that one. Usually, in case of digital marketing, these things are possible. Then, as usual, we have discussed market test method. We have discussed in market testing the people who would buy your things, people you can reach quickly, who are the people ready to afford to buy. This is applicable in case of cinema theater. Why most of the films the and distributor they are expecting with very big actors? The reason is, if the actor is having very good goodwill and more number of fans, irrespective of the film, it will get good income on the first day itself. That is possible. That is why they are using that method. At least some cases they will put some actor for as a guest. They will come for 1 or 2 scene and go back. The reason is they used to create a good sentiment. That is that method. But of course, nowadays these type of things are not going. Then the time series analysis. That is based upon the statistics. Based upon the old sales, they used to estimate the trend. That is the time series analysis. It is also called as trend identification, which trend they will buy. So these are all the conceptual methods. Let us see in practical side what is happening. Yes, this is one of the organization introduced by the famous person Gopal. I think he's from Tamil Nadu. His business name is Thyrocare. Have you heard about Thyrocare? Anybody? What
No, sir.
happened? No. Microbiology students, biotechnology.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you know, Sabha knows that one.
What, sir?
This Thyrocare.
Oh, no, sir. I haven't heard about it.
No idea.
No, sir.
Oh, Sabha. Anybody? At least biotechnology students are here.
Yes, sir.
Somebody is telling. Who knows? Mera. Hmm?
Sir, it's a checkup, sir. We can check up at home,
Hmm.
sir.
Check up at home. Good. Parvati knows that one. Hmm. Any other students know about that one? Thyrocare. Oh, what happened? Usually, these biotechnology students is essential, as Parvati rightly point out, during not only during this COVID period, Thyrocare is an organization. You can have the checkup in your home. You need not go to microbiology lab or anywhere for testing. They created a nice app now, even it is available in the website. They will come to your home. They will take the sample of your blood or any analysis, and they will check and they will produce the result without going to the hospitals, because some of the persons during some of the pandemic season they won't go out. For these people, they targeted. Like our Sugi,
The diagnostic center.
what ma?
Diagnostic center.
Oh, it is called diagnostic center. Good. Mm. How they created that one, you can see. That is why I taken this example, Thyrocare. They created a nice thing through the app, and you can see they created number of schemes also for testing. You can see the price, their product, ROGM 1.1. They will check the 35 parameters, diagnostic center, and they are charging 800 rupees. ROGM 1.3, like that. These are all the product they are having. They will come to your home, they will take the sample, they will diagnose and inform you. After that, you can get the medical doctor's opinion. Even they are having vitamin D profile also. These are all the product they marketed. They wish to know what is the demand for this product. Aragyam 1.1, Aragyam 1.2. What will be the demand for this product? They wish to know before creating that one. Yes, ma?
So I think I can add something more. It's just basically they make a package so that if someone is going for any heart related checkup, so they'll do the entire MRI scan and related blood test into that, and they will put it into a package and they will offer it to the patient so that even if the patient wants to do all those individually, probably it would cost him or her way more rather than if they put it into a package. So they create
Mm.
packages like that, so it can be regular like blood sugar and
Ah,
everything test, or specialty like cardio or neurology tests, so they create all those sections.
yes, good. See that one, as she mentioned, a good package. That is their product. Minimum viable product means these are all the products. A package they created as a diagnostic purpose and they used to market. So before introducing that one, they wish to know whether we are able to sell this product to the market. That is the thing. This entrepreneur wish to know how he estimated his demand. This very interesting thing. Of course, first basic, he entered through the microbiology testing market growth rate. How many people are going to the testing centers, and how many tests are going on every year, every month, even every day throughout Bangalore. I think it is available in different cities also now in Chennai, Hyderabad also. Like our Ola, they identified some of the testing center also. They wish to have a tie-up with some of the microbiology lab, and they used to have a good relationship like Ola versus drivers. They used to have the linkage with them, and from these people, they estimated how many patients are coming for testing the blood, how many sugar patients are coming regular checking, as she mentioned. Then they grouped all these things. A person is coming for checking blood, urine, all these things they are doing. So they created a very nice package based upon the market trend available with their collaborators. Collaborators in the sense, Thyrocare is having microbiology lab only in limited places, but they use the microbiology lab of different private people. They created a collaborative network. Through them, they identify the trend and they mention that we are going to use your lab only. Only thing, we are having some people, they will take samples from different place, they will give it to you, and they will plan everything. And this diagnostic center started working like that. See that one. Their trend fixing is entirely different. It is based upon the basic market report from the collaborators. Then, of course, they created the gone through the clinical market lab microbiology market. What will be the microbiology market? That's also they gone through the World Health Organization who report how they have to create an ethical practice in lab testing, because they believe that most of the labs they are not doing an ethical thing. So they used to identify based upon that report. And you can see that one, the global microbiology testing market. What will be the market? Therefore, gone through the forecast up to 2027. Another report also. Then what happened? They wish to know how many persons are ready to join with Thyrocare to buy these packaged things. That is very important. You can't ask a person whether you will test. Nobody will answer in case of India, because India we are living with more sentiments. If we can't project ourselves into a diabetes patient or even the cancer patients, especially in case of HIV, they won't tell. If you go and ask whether you are affected by HIV, they won't tell. Most of the pharmaceutical company did that one, and it was a failure. They conducted market research. They asked this, they circulated a good questionnaire among the healthcare people, number of places, and all are said to be failure, because nobody in case of India will tell that I am affected by cancer, or I am affected by diabetes, or I am asthma patient. Nobody is ready to tell. But they created a website and then it is said to be a failure. These Thyrocare used another method. What is that method? Simple thing. They targeted the all the medical shops. See that one. They got the POS report, point of sales report from the medical shops. A reverse thing. I think microbiology students know well about that one. I don't know exactly. From the medical shops, 1 year and 5 up to 5 years, they estimated during January which medicines they are selling. And if these medicines are selling, who are all the patients? How many patients may be in this area? Say, for example, in Narayanabura, they identified one medical shop, means through their POS, point of sales terminal, they will get the report. Report means they won't get the amount. What is the income they won't get? They will know what are all the medicines sold by that one. Name of the medicines and quantity. They got the report from these type of medical stores. 5 years data they got. And then what they did, they estimated if you are using these type of medicines, what type of disease might be these people. That is how Thyrocare segmented. After segmenting, then they created the package. Same person, they are selling different types of medicines, means a person is affected by multiple disease. Of course, it is now common in case of most of the places. See that one. They estimated well, and you can see that one compared to 2017 and 18, their forecast was said to be 94% accurate. See that chart. That is how they accurately identified that one. Successful one in case of the diagnostic center. Thyrocare now, you can see, even in case of share market, the Thyrocare sales is moving upwards because they are having a very good demand forecasting system. This helped for them as a successful demand forecasting. See that one. That is why now there are new trends. Find out who are all selling the product. The sellers know about the buyers, not buyers know buyers. Be clear. The present concept is, if you will ask sellers, they will tell about the buyers. Number of buyers, they will tell. But if you ask buyers, they won't tell. That is the concept in demand forecasting. That is the application side. That's what I told. In case of lab, You won't tell. I won't tell. I am a diabetes patient. I am a cancer patient. Likewise, nobody will tell. That is why never ask the opinion of the buyer. But if you ask a store person, they will tell, oh, this person is frequently coming every month to buy this medicine. So he might have been affected by diabetes. See that one. A reverse trend is now coming. And these people used to mix with the AI. I don't know how they are using, but artificial intelligence is playing the good role in that one. That is how the Thyrocare identified its market. Pay less, get more. Arogyam wellness profile. They created a different packages and they're diagnosing a very good method. I don't know how it is working because I have not get the benefit of that one. But as per our reports, the first organization to find out the trend is this Thyrocare. It was recently in the news. Of course, I don't know whether this news is correct or not, but you can see government depressing COVID testing. Thyrocare CEO told. Government itself is saying that one. We have not checked the authenticity of this report. So journalism student may not agree with me because one report I read about that one. They are the person they clearly predict the entire COVID situation in India now. Even private people they are depending upon thyroid care for getting the data because they are the people who are estimating clearly about the Indian COVID situation. And likewise, there are number of reports in case of software, the COVID analysis. They have created another system. Software testing lab is used for estimating, and industrial trends are now available. All these things are now available for testing. Okay, based upon that, you must know the alternative method of eh, establishing the demand forecasting. Never ask buyers, ask sellers and estimate your product. That is the new trend in forecasting. Okay. So, dear students, my question for this hour, you are able to find out for any industry what type of demand forecasting method we can use. If you are going to introduce any product, mention the product name hyphen. You can mention what type of demand forecasting you can use. You can even mention the same type what we have discussed, or if you identified something new, you can mention that one. Okay. With this, we will conclude the class. Any questions? Okay, good. So with this fourth unit over, we have completed the fourth unit. And in fifth unit, we are having two topics. Possibly Monday, we will complete most of the parts in fifth unit because fifth unit band rate, everything we already completed. So I hope we are well ahead and you are going to show your talent. Be ready for your seminar. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.